I have here all the seed packets I planted this year, and you see here's some zinnias and here's some zinnias. So I'm going to venture out into the garden to see which seed packets did what. Here is my front yard patch of zinnias. It's just fabulous. Look at it. And here's my seed packets. And this is the one that's in this bed. I planted 3 of these. I don't know how much it cost. It's a semi-dwarf Pumila mixed colors. And see, I put 3 front side bed. Easy to plant. Just apply and water. And I brought my measuring tape because my goal was to get shorter zinnias this year. And the package says 2 to 3 inch double flowers and 18 to 24 inches. So to the top of my measuring tape is 18 inches. You can see these are taller than that, and this is the low section because these are even much higher. I moved it to 24 inches, so these are about 24 inches. I don't know why these in the middle here are shorter than all of these. But these are true to package size, and these are more like 33 to 36 inches high. That's the standard that I saw for other varieties. So these are not any shorter, really. But I love them, and it didn't cost much money, and they weren't hard to plant. I mean, the package even calls them semi-dwarf. They don't look semi-dwarf to me. But they also say they are double flowers. This one would be a double flower. We can't see the center at all, but I think this one is a single flower. And this one, I think, is a semi-double. So it's a mixture of everything. And look at this one. That one turned out huge. If you look at my hand, it's this big. And come over here, you see this one is much smaller. But I kind of like the beautiful colors. See, I'm not big into red, but this little orangish red one is okay because there's so many purple ones. And then we do have some, this one's a lighter orange, and this one is a darker orange. I mean, this one's pink. This one's more pink. And then this one's a light pink, almost white pink. There are so many varieties. If you want to sit and study them, it's good for us to learn. This is kind of like a fuchsia pink here. And then you go back to this purple and orange. And then you've got this like a marigold type of zinnia. It could be a marigold if I didn't know it was a zinnia. So it's just fabulous. I like this one. It's kind of like a mauve muted color. Most zinnias are Zinnia elegans. And they are in the Asteraceae family. That's the daisy or the sunflower family. That makes sense with the kind of daisy-like center. So it's pronounced Zinnia, but I always say Zinnia. I think it's correctly Zinnia, but I just can't say it that way. It might be one of those things where, you know, you say things certain ways in different parts of the country. Well, I'm in southeast Missouri and I say zinnia. And then it's elegans. And it's the most common species with Mexican origins. There are other species of zinnia, and I noticed they were designated primarily by location, but they don't seem as easy to find to purchase. But these zinnias are, there's so many, as you saw, I got so many packets. There's so many wide varieties of them, even if they are all elegans. The name Zinnia is in honor of the German botanist Johann Gottfried Zinn. Of course, these are annual flowers, so I have to plant them by seed every year. So the single flowers have one row of petals, and the center can be clearly seen, like this one. I think I like this kind of zinnia best because I like daisies. I like them better than these double varieties. Now, the semi-double have perky petals. So these are perky petals. And in several rows, and the center is smaller. So you can see this is only one layer of petals going around. I could count them. 1, 2, let's make sure I know how to start here right at this break. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, oops, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I count 15 petals. But now this one is a semi-double because you can see these petals are on top of those petals. So that makes it a semi-double. And, well, the center is supposed to be harder to see on the semi-doubles. You see this one has 2 rows. But this one, you can't even see the center. That's like a double or more. There are so many varieties, cultivars of zinnias. When you go looking at packets, it's fun to buy them and try them, different ones each year. But sometimes they're hard to tell they're even zinnias. Isn't that gorgeous? I love going to zinnia fields. Sometimes I do that. There are some that are cactus-shaped variety. I don't like those very well. They are shaggy, thin petals, and they seem kind of sick to me. Zinnias, I think, are one of the easiest plants to grow, and they give a big bang for the buck. I would not buy zinnias as annuals in the store like I do some of my other plants, because these are so easy to grow. Literally just throw some seeds out and they grow, and then these will drop seeds and come back again next year if I allow that to happen. You can save the seeds from the flower heads, but I don't do that because actually it's so inexpensive to buy seeds. But I should play with that. So zinnias are sun-loving plants. They love the sun, but they require lots of water, so don't hesitate to water them a lot. And I learned that most of the zinnias that are popular in the stores are tall, so it's harder for me to find the shorter varieties. The butterflies and birds and hummingbirds love zinnias. And the little yellow birds, I think they're yellow finches, they pluck the petals right off to get to the seeds more quickly. So they will deadhead them for you. Powdery mildew can be a problem. So far I don't have that right now to show you, thankfully. I've had it in the past, and you'll notice that when the leaves start getting white stuff on them. the best thing to do is to not plant them so close. And these are kind of close. I have noted some varieties I've owned in the past. I need to gotta find some photos from my website. And I noted that there's a Profusion series that's a hybrid, and a Zinnia augustifolia that are 18 inches tall, and I've got to look for those maybe to try next year. Now this is odd. So these are Gomphrena. I just recently did a video on them. I love them. And these are zinnias, and the flower heads look much different, but look at the petals. They aren't much different. So here's my seed packets, and this is the one that's here. Zinnia, I don't know how to say that, Linares mix. And days to maturity, 35 to 60 days. And there's the date I planted them, and this is July 18th today. And where I put them, and I only did one seed packet. And you see it's a 6 to 9 inches tall. So these are, I think, true to the package. They show orange and white, and they just started blooming. Now my other zinnias have been blooming a little longer. Look how tiny they are. I think they're adorable. And this one's yellow. I really like them with these Gomphrena though. Can't wait to see them blooming together. See that flag down there? This is how I've learned to mark my plants. I absolutely love the flags. They're inexpensive. I got a plant marker it's marked for being for plants, and it stays on. But these are, I've only got a couple blooms to show you. Just totally adorable, and I've got a lot of buds. Can't not wait for these to get going so I can see what they do. I think I would plant these again. They're unique. They don't even look like zinnias. And as you see, they're single. They're single flowers. And my measuring tape says 12 to 13 inches high. But of course, there's some down here that are much shorter. Don't know why some get taller. Next, we're going to look at Zinnia luminosa pink, and days to maturity 35 to 60. I only planted one packet of them. It says 24 inches, so this was on the upper end of the height that I wanted. I didn't want anything more than 24 inches. And I love pink, and these are absolutely gorgeous. I'm really loving these. Now, these look like they're semi-double, because see, they have stacks of layers, and this one is a double. So it has, looks like semi-double and double flowers. I have a lovely pink threadleaf coreopsis below them here. And then this is some lupine started from seed, and it kind of looks good together. So I'm going to give these a quick measure. There's one that you can see has been plucked by a bird. They pluck off all the petals just to get to the inner parts. Isn't that funny? And these are true to size. Right there is about 24 inches. If I would begin deadheading them so they would encourage more growth, it would also keep them at height. So I haven't taken any off yet, but I love these. Gorgeous. I have some yellow yarrow that they're kind of leaning over and growing into. And I'm wondering if that began blooming, how pretty that might be with the pink and yellow. I think these are on my buy again list or try to save seeds list. Now I thought I got some of these at the dollar store for $1 each, but I've cut off the corners so I don't know which ones. Could be these Livingston ones. But this mix we're looking at now is the Thumbelina mix. I planted these almost all the same day. These are supposed to be 6 to 8 inches in height. There's a 3 up here, so I must have planted 3 packages. They were probably $1 a piece because I don't have very many here. This is one of them blooming. It's not very wide, like a huge flower itself. I see people complain about that, but you can't expect shorter flowers to have huge flower heads, but sometimes they do. But generally they don't. Get this one as it's getting ready to open up. Isn't that kind of cool looking? It says 6 to 8 inches. You see, even though these on the shorter side are 10, and these are more like 18, so they're not staying true to the package. Look at that one. It's got orange on the outside and pink in the middle. And these kind of look kind of standard, but just shorter. I don't know. I'm not sure I'm into this packet, but maybe a different brand might be better. This patch is also the Thumbelina, so I put the packages in different spots. You see it makes a cute little patch, but it also is not prolifically blooming. It's only got the one little bud, but it's got a lot of buds more, so it's going to be taking off here real soon. And it's about 10 to 15 inches high. Okay, so here is the other Thumbelina. You see I marked 3 here, and so this is the 3rd package, and look how different it looks, and it's super tall, but they are smaller flowers. I'm not seeing a whole lot of difference these from other seed mixes. These are actually about 36 inches tall or taller than that. And they're the same seeds, so I guess it depends on how much sun they get, how much water they get, and how good the soil is on how big they get. I have another one here, Pinwheel Mixed Colors. This says $2.79 for the packet. I know where I planted it. They never came up and I gave up on them. Say a height of 12 inches. So I hope you've enjoyed my zinnia tour. I've had the more expensive zinnias in the past that I've bought online, and they're great for 1 year, but to tell you the truth, I'm still looking for my perfect zinnia.